Hello, this is a video on the mathematician Hippocrates of Chios. First of all, I'd like to look at a little bit of geography. This is the main Greek peninsula right here, and over here is present-day Turkey. And these islands in here are all Greek islands. They were back in ancient times and they are to this day. This is a very interesting map of Europe here. All these green areas, including these green islands, and here's Chios right here, are Greek islands. Notice how close they are to Turkey, but they are part of the country of Greece. So this is the island of Chios where Hippocrates was from. This island right here is Samos, and that's where Pythagoras was from. Pythagoras predated Hippocrates. And over here we have Athens, which is where the important school was. So if we look at up at our timeline here on my histro, we see Pythagoras here. Then we see Hippocrates of Chios. And here we see Euclid. Now let's get some information about Hippocrates of Chios. Hippocrates did write his own elements. A lot of times we think of Euclid being the first one to actually write down what he called the Euclid's elements and organized geometry, but actually 100 years prior, Hippocrates started doing this and started using an axiomatic system. Most of his writings have been lost. He did work on the doubling of the cube, the squaring of the circle, the trisecting of the angle, but he's also famous for the loons. The loon of Hippocrates, if you take a circle here and a 45, 45, 90 isosceles triangle here, and then use that hypotenuse as the diameter of another circle, this shaded region here is called a loon, and it turns out to have the same area as this right triangle. This really is not too hard to prove with today's methods. If you let the radius of the circle be r and progress to find these areas, it's not too hard. So here's another list of important mathematicians. We see here Pythagoras was 570 to about 500 BC. And Hippocrates followed closely at 470 BC to 410. And here's Euclid around 300, about 100 years later. Just a couple more things. This Chios Island is about 325 square miles, which makes it a little bit smaller than the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiian Islands are, of course, the big one is 4,000 square miles, but Maui is 700 square miles. Oahu is almost 600 square miles, and so on. So Chios is it is one of the larger Greek islands, but it's 325 square miles. And Samos, where Pythagoras was from, is 184 square miles, smaller yet. Now I'd like to show you how you can get to the My Histro. So if you come to Jim Olson's homepage and go to Info on Dr. O, right here is a link to My Histro. And then you can click History of Mathematics. And My Histro is very nice because you can look at things on a timeline up here, and you can click things here, or you can look at things on a map, and you can click things down here also. Have a great day.